Hey, good morning, and how are you guys doing today? So, we're back with another episode of writing this sci-fi book live. Today, we're going to be doing chapter 7, or at least knocking some headway into it. And so, super excited about that. I'm going to get chat up real quick before we get into it. Hope you guys are having a great morning, by the way. So, like I said, today is the day somebody does die. And so, we've got to set up a betrayal and some other stuff. Let's go over what we want to get done in this. We introduced everybody basically last time. The guys we can't trust, that Akio is feeding bad information or feeding information to, they're actually going to move this chapter. And so what's going to happen is we know we have to set up the betrayal. We pretty much have already kind of got the setup for the betrayal going on, and so I don't really feel we have to get too much more into that. We know that during the trip, um, Sam's gonna get access to the med bay with the girl. Let's get her name real quick, Clara or Kyra. I'm not really sure how to say this name honestly, and on top of that, it's 5 a.m. So, but I think we all know that. Um, 5 a.m. is a little bit early, not horrible. Up with, and she is the only junkie traveling with them besides his friends, and it is going to cost some people their lives. So let's figure out because this is going to come down on him in this chapter. Plus, Mia, the lady with Akio, who is the corporate mage, is going to use magic, brutal magic, by the way. And so that'll be interesting. So here's how we're going to do this. Let's outline what we want to get out of this chapter real quick. Um, how are we going to make it where he's partially at fault or where the characters or somebody feels he's partially at fault is the biggest question. We don't know who's going to die yet. And so that's kind of part of the fun. We could get to that part in a second. We're gonna roll a dice. I don't even know who's gonna die. I know we'll kill some crew members of the ship itself, and then we'll kill somebody off of our list of Zach, Sarah, Brandon's safe. Trag is safe right now. Um, basically, not anybody else is really at all. Let's look over this. I planned on killing Oren later on, to be honest. I don't know exactly how he's going to die, but this is who's going to do it. So we'll grab this, throw these guys over here. We know that this is the betrayal part, the two men working for the crime boss. He doesn't trust them. He has brought them. Oh, not the two men working for the crime boss. It's the two men with the corporate guy to do it. Hey, good morning, Avalonis. How you doing? So here's what I'm thinking. Sam. Okay, so you know what we're gonna do? We'll just get right into writing, and we'll. So basically, here's my thoughts on it, though. Right? Oh yeah, I'm not worried about that right now. Um, so here's what we're gonna do. Right off the bat, what we're gonna do is we're gonna introduce the fact that he knows the something's up. he's going to let his friends know. So Sam's friends. So we can do that over breakfast. That'll be easy. Next. Okay. And I don't know why I said it like that. Okay. Obviously, he's not going to do that. We already set up the betrayal to a point. So this is just going to be betrayal. Um, then next here, okay, so let's go here and let's grab which one the cult of people work for real quick. I feel I need to back work this section too, just so you guys know. Okay, let's get back to these. We're looking for our placeholders, and I'm looking for elves, blah, blah, blah. Here's our elves. We've got a human faction back here, though. Faction X. Elven Empire 3. Okay, because I don't have the name for Elven Empire 3 yet, I'm going to leave it as Elf 3, in which blah blah blah. This is the one that believes the horrors are judgment on mankind because of the abominations. These guys hate technology and basically a lot about humans. So, Elf Placeholder 3, with the arrival of the horrors and believing that it was judgment upon the whole of this plane for the abominations of the humans and the way being lost by the other elves, they sought out the power of the horrors, pledging loyalty and sacrifices. Over the years, they became twisted. So this is the messed up one. That yeah, okay. So elf placeholder group 3 is who they send the message to. And the men themselves obviously are from group X, which we don't know. I haven't made up a name for that yet. We don't need a name this morning. We're just going to get the rough end of this. Later on, that'll work out. This is going to lead to his friends blaming him for whoever dies because what the first man does. And then, of course, the ramifications of the second guy being able to send off their location. Weirdly enough, corporate guy, just as a sneak peek ahead, has been feeding them the information and brought them along, knowing that they would do this, knowing that the elves would respond because it's a corporation and they're about to use a weapons test. Now I do need to back in some external canisters on top of the weapons redo on the cargo ship. But basically, this is a setup to test a weapon against the elves' ships to penetrate their superior armor and stuff like that. Well, not just superior armor, the superior shielding systems they have. But the thing is, Sam's not involved in that. That's all corporate guys stuff, right? So here's how this is going to go. Let's figure out where we're going to start the day. We ended it with him going to sleep. The other thing is, I need to back in some information. Once we get to the end of Act 1, I'll go over the information that I'm going to back do into Act 1. That ought to be pretty soon. Act 1 will be resolved once we get to the station and deal with the cryo prison and um, the prison Hulk, by the way. So let's go on to this real quick. How am I setting my paragraphs up? Okay, I am indenting, just making sure. Sometimes I indent, sometimes I don't. Trying to keep it consistent, guys. It is definitely morning. How am I going to say this? Okay, I laid in bed, partially thinking about the AI Akio had me get the information off. wondering if I should just ask directly if I could get, or if I could see it again. Let's go access it again. And try to find the missing pieces from what had occurred during those 6 hours. Boom, boom. We'll root on that. Then I drifted off asleep thinking about Clara. Or Kyra. Kyra. It's Kyra, guys. Okay, that's good. Okay, boom. Okay, so we've got him awoke. Okay. Okay, so this is where we're gonna let Sam's gonna let these guys know. Hey, good morning, Fire Debug. So Sam's gonna let these guys know the two dudes situation right here. Um, oh, not checked. Okay, boom. Of course, that's my friends. We're flying through this, you guys. Like flying through this. We'll be done with Act 1, which is a third done, within the next couple days. I mean, not couple days, like 2 weeks probably, but couple days anyway, right? Dun, 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 dun. Mess hall. I'm gonna dun, dun, dun. Look over this. I want to make sure we get everybody correct. Okay, now we grab this witch's name. Dun, dun, dun. Boom. Okay, so we've got Kyra was setting with Akio, Salvador, and Trag, along with the two cyborg bodyguards and Mia, the corporate mage. Okay, so let's grab who's gonna be awake. Go down this way to our disposable people. We know who all's gonna expect him to actually do something. Not everybody's gonna. This is where we are gonna kill somebody in just a minute, guys. In fact, a really quick minute, just so you guys know about it. Disposable characters. Mia's not dying here, blah blah blah. Mia's gonna kill somebody here though, you guys, just so you guys know. Okay, Salvador, blah blah blah. We write the two men working with the. We're about to take out the two guys working with. Okay. So we're gonna have Blake there, Zach and Sarah, and Orion, right? Brandon. Yeah, that works. Okay. So I arrived in the galley to see Kyra. I think that's Kyra. Was said, okay, I think we can just get rid of that and say sitting with Akio, Salvador, and Trag, along with the two cyborg bodyguards and Mia, the corporate mage. Only Blake Oren. Okay, I don't even think I need that. Yeah, we'll leave that in there. Only Blake, Oren, Zach, and Sarah seem to be awake and already sitting at one of the tables. Eating breakfast and talking. I got my breakfast from the galley service android and joined them. Okay, boom. Okay, only Blake, Warren, Zach, and Sarah seem to be awake. Already sitting at one. Okay, that sounds good. That's a reasonable correction that they did there. Okay, dun dun dun. I don't know if that's realistic, but what? Mm, not really sure. Let me drink some more coffee. Not sure if that's actually what we're gonna say there, guys. Just to be honest, that likely is gonna change. My dialogue is not perfect at all. I'll try to get better. Okay. Okay, let's go over this. Obviously, this is going to be a pseudo long paragraph because of all the talky back and forth stuff. That's I sat down only to be immediately questioned by Sarah. So what did you and your new friend talk about after we left last night? I was caught off guard and trying to be witty and play up the situation. I responded, "Why do you think it was only just oh, why it was why do you think it was just talking?" Okay, blah blah blah. I think that would be I waited to see the responses. I got the reaction I had desired. I think that we can get this and just go like this, getting. Okay, I waited to see the response, getting the reaction I desired. Then I said, her name is Kyra, and she is a telepath, so she had a lot to say. Okay. Okay for a rough draft at least, right? We'll fix this up fancier later on. Oh, two S's. Okay, did we have Brandon here? Brandon's here too. I don't know who's not here at this point, right? Toby. I might as well have all had them all. I've got only Toby still sleeping. Okay, we'll just leave it like that. And we'll just get rid of that and we'll type in were. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Okay, so we're flowing here now. Trying to get somebody dead today. We're almost there. Boom, boom. Okay. Okay, we've got that set up. I feel that we're pretty good on that, right? Everybody feels that we've set that up for betrayal pretty good. It's a long paragraph. guys. Dialogue, not too fun. Okay, well, you better watch them. You got us all involved. Okay, you got us all involved with this, so you need to. Okay. Honestly, I feel there'd be more dialogue-y stuff here, but I'm not going to spend forever dialoguing blah 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 stuff right now. I might do some more dialoguing in the editing, add some stuff to this if it really feels weird. I'm not sure if it'd be called a fitness room on a ship, guys. Okay, so who do we have left? Blah blah blah. We have Brandon, Blake, and Orion. Let's just call it the gym. That why not, right? Maybe they still call it the gym. I'll go along with you. Why not? Cut some stuff out of there. Boom. It's morning. I don't know why I didn't want to just call it the gym. I thought it needed a fancier name because it's in the future and on a spaceship. You sometimes the way you perceive things, you can overcomplicate things in your head where you're like, instead of just calling it a gym, right? Good catch, fire debug. Good catch. Blah blah blah. Okay, so everybody just put it all on him, right? Yeah, I'm not gonna call it a performance enhancement pod. Let's just I agree with you. I agree with just calling it the gym. I like gym. Gym works. It is a gym, right? Okay. So here's the fun part. Let's find out who's gonna die. I hate to say we're at 5:55. I don't think I'm gonna be able to write the section where somebody dies, right? In 5 minutes. Um, because we have to. It's because he goes to hook up with the girl that the people get killed, right? So I'd have to write this whole next section, then these guys get somebody killed. Um, hate to do that. Um, it's just not realistic to write that many sections. So it looks like Friday's when somebody actually dies, even though I kept saying today's the day somebody dies. We could find out who dies today, at least one person. I can already tell you I'm going to kill a crew member for sure. Okay. Okay, blah blah blah. Cost some people their lives. Let's mark this out. Crew. Do you guys want to find out who dies today? Okay, so ready? And this is that I won't know. We've got I'm gonna assign them. I'm gonna use a dice out of all the people that can die. Blake, Orion is not on the list because he's gonna die later, valiantly, because he's our military guy that gives us all positive mojo, right? Toby, Zach, Brandon's our bard, so he's also not on the die list. Sarah, Trag, all of them are. Let's see who else. Let's add poor Brandon. Let's add him actually. That's a six-sided dice roll, right? We've got boom, 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 boom. I feel that's fair. Are we missing somebody? Let me double check. Zach, Sarah, Brandon, Trag. Yeah, I feel that we're good right there. Let's find out who dies. It's about to be rough. I've got my magic dice thing container. I'm going to dump out all these dice that I have. We have a single six-sided dice. I'm going to drop it in the top of the dice thingy-majiggy. It just came out. I'm going to show you guys what we have. I'll hold it down. It is a 5. I don't know if you guys can see that. Man, I'm not really sure. 5. Yep, okay. So person number 5. Oh, man, we just killed Trag. Holy crap. Okay. Trag, his dealer, and his friend just frickin' died. Yeah, I could show it again. Oh, yeah, my dice thingy, it's a tower. So one of my friends 3D printed this. I don't know what off of. Um, off of a 3D printer. And it's a tower in which you drop the dice in the top, and it goes down a staircase that goes down the tower, and it rolls them out the bottom. Yeah, so he does 3D printing, and he's part of whatever they call that Droid Builders Association, which is a real thing. Crew member and Trag are gonna die. That's okay. So, um, interesting. I almost want to kill somebody else, but now we have people left to kill later on. Don't worry, more people will die over the course of this book. So I'm gonna have Trag get killed. I'm gonna have a crew member get killed. That'll pull Trag out, which honestly, Trag doesn't really have a purposeful purpose at this point, so that's not a huge loss in the whole everything, but it will be a sober it up moment. It is gonna be because he is supposed to be watching. I'm gonna have him hack into the thing and be watching, but then him and this girl are gonna go get access to the medical bay so that they could hook up with some harder drugs because she's a telepath and she needs something harder than the bliss and stuff like that that they use. And what's gonna happen is they're gonna go hook up with each other, and obviously while he's drugged up and hooking up with this Kyra girl, um, these dudes are gonna do some stuff. Trag and a crew member are gonna die. So that's our plan for Friday. Plus, then we'll start chapter 8. I guess we'll be all the way on chapter 8. Look at this, guys. We're already 42 pages in, and we don't even have that. Every life does matter. That's true. Every life does matter. But I didn't have conceptually an idea of what we're going to do with him from here on out anyway, just to be honest. I hadn't thought out future roles for him or things he was going to do. And we're gonna roll more dice. More people will die, just so you know. I don't believe by the end of this he's gonna have very many friends. Just by the end of the book, lots of friends will not exist. We'll see who does live through this because I'm honestly not sure. Real quick, I'm gonna find somebody to raid over to. Boom. We'll click this button. We'll see who there is raid wise. I am killing the ones that I didn't have planned for. I'm gonna raid an Entropia person. You guys, I don't know who Dracula Exile is. Let's check them out. Let's see who this is. What are they doing? Are they at the sweat circle or something? Okay, they're sweating, so we won't raid them. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna probably raid. Oh, Encores is on. Yeah, we'll raid them. That works for me, man. Okay, I'm gonna start a raid over. I'm gonna click it. I want to thank you guys super big time just for hanging out and being awesome. Also, thank you for making sure to say Jim instead of me making it into something complicated when it didn't need to be. Peace, very best wishes, and you guys have a great day.